So after a long few weeks of slow exposure to this new era of F1, we are closer than ever to being fully 100% back. First, we need the entire grid to be revealed to us, and then the preseason tests to start, which for some reason aren't even going to be broadcasted that much. Then we need some preseason nonsense that starts fan wars a little early. To be honest, I think it's already started anyways. And of course, the first race weekend. And I'm happy to report that step 1 has been achieved, ladies and gents. The 2026 grid has been shown to us all since every car livery has now been revealed. And while we still need to wait for the preseasons and maybe for some teams wait until the first race weekend to see what the car will actually look like, considering some teams are just using the base model of the 26 cars, I say we can still have fun and see the grid has been shown. So now that we have every livery on our plate, let's assemble a meal, that being this video. Here are the liveries ranked. But before we fully move on, this is a tier list with a twist. Instead of doing the same old boring S to F tiers, let's shake things up on the old list. I'm going to play things super simple. Nowadays, a lot of fan wars and discussions become heated because some good thing isn't as good as someone else wants it to be. Hell, look at my videos talking about Max. Max fans get on my ass every single time because I say Max is a generational driver who has extreme talent. What's the issue, you might say? The issue is how I say Max isn't the GOAT of F1, which I feel is a little too soon, no? Anyways, enough nuance. We're removing it all by having two singular tiers on the list. Good and bad, you may say? Nah, smash or pass. So this video is less which livery do I think are good and bad, and more like, would I want to have sexual intercourse with a fully built car based on its color? Wait, that doesn't sound right. Whatever, you get the premise. Real ones who follow me on Twitter already know my opinion on each car, so let's assemble a video and get to talking. Go join the Discord to talk more, and subscribe if you're new if you love talking. So enough yapping, and let's get to quacking.
A good weather for a race, but especially for a talk.
Let's go in constructor's order from last year. So beginning first is a team that wasn't here, which is of course Cadillac, the new team on the grid. First impressions are so important here, especially because my Pookie Bear Checo Pettis is back, and with so much hype around them, let's see what they got. Boy, I bet the car will be golden like their beautiful cars of old. Maybe blue, maybe red, perhaps beige was a new direction. They love these colors. It's so synonymous with the brand. What's that? Black and white. So this is how Whimsy dies, with thunderous applause. Okay, maybe not. Caddy actually has something cool going on, that being a split livery. If you rewind your brain a little bit, you may remember that in 1999, BAR ran a similar livery design with blue and red, which was, well, it was a livery. I feel like this concept works better in your mind than it does in reality, because in concept, it's cool. 2 liveries in one? Sign me up, baby. But then seeing it in person or just live on track, it just doesn't work out that well, man. Just give me this side or this side, but everywhere. What also doesn't help is that it's in black and white. Like, come on, bro. It's just so boring and vanilla. Like, where's the personality, the vision, the balls? What, it's sleek and classy? More like dull and boring. I really would have loved this livery to feature more flair and color instead of the boring and colorless one we got. It just makes me so sad, man. I unfortunately got to give this one a pass, but I'ma hope I eventually see whatever vision they were going for. Moving on though, we of course have Alpine, no one's favorite team. After the very disappointing year Alpine had in 2025, I'm sure many people in and out of the team were ready for something new. New year, new Alpine. Everything that could have connected Alpine to 2025 should be eradicated and forgotten about while a new look takes over and cements a new era. I'm not asking for a rebrand, although I wouldn't complain. I'm just saying a new car design and better team kits would be appreciated after the headache of last year. So imagine my shock and awe when I see Alpine reveal their livery and it's the same goddamn car again. Like, literally, dude, I don't even think one aspect changed, and that's just so disappointing, especially because the livery doesn't even warrant that. Like, look, dude, don't tell me this is revolutionary. I like the livery personally. Like, I think the color combo is cool and everything, and the design is fine, but that's just it. It's just fine. The livery is not that good to just keep the same between years, and yeah, I don't know. It's a smash, but I'm not enthusiastic about it. Like, I know the car could be better, you know? Moving on to a far more interesting team, however, we have Audi. Audi are the second new team on the grid for this year, and with such a big name and lots of expectation, they need to make sure they look good. You wouldn't want to leave a bad first impression, right? So Audi, a team with its iconic colors etched in the memory of all motorsport fans, decided on this livery. They just made some bullshit. I mean, almost every aspect of this car pisses me off. Firstly, the car doesn't actually look too bad on track. The The silver has a nice glow and the red does look very vibrant, but man, couldn't they have chosen a better design? Sure, the colors are good, but what good is that if the design doesn't complement it well? And it doubly sucks too, because the race suits, while basic, could have shown greater potential for the actual car livery. Also bro, BP green on this car is a worse car than the HP blue on the Ferrari car. I am not taking any arguments. So yeah, unfortunately, since I had high expectations for this team, hard pass. Keep that shit over there. Now for Haas, and I have had a change of heart. Because of Haas, I coined the term white slop in reference to how most teams have some form of white on their cars this year instead of having some normal color. And the worst is when people say color is bad, but like, it's not, it's all white. And don't get me wrong, I believe this still. However, Haas is an exception. When the renders first came out, I thought the car looked disappointing at best. I believed it was very lackluster and could have been so much better, especially with the new Toyota deal. I personally expected a pretty black car with some good red inspired by their white liveries, but instead we got a more traditional Toyota white and red livery, leaving me disappointed. I was sulking like the little chud I am. However, the second I saw that car on track, oh yeah, I'm on board now. This is by far the best livery on the grid for 2026, so duh, easy smash. However, I do want to say that I think a black and red car would have looked equally as good, if not better in my opinion, but I'll take what I can get. Now for Aston Martin, and with the new awesome Honda deal signed, could we see a radically different Aston? Because Honda have their pride. They like to be represented well on cars that aren't even theirs. So for example, I like to think this red stripe on Red Bull is in consideration of Honda, even though I know it isn't, and all white Bull cars were done for Honda. So maybe Aston could, I don't know, introduce some red to their green car, perhaps turn the black bits into white this year. Possibilities are endless for this new partnership. So what did we get? Nearly the same fucking car. Now it is nearly the same since there are new bits like this fade on the side pod and some triangles on the bottom, not to mention the big ol' Honda logo now, which does look nice, but man, it's just a little bit disappointing. I don't know. I would think given the new partnership and all the buzz around Honda, they would have done something more collaborative instead of just having one measly sponsor on the car. But oh well, while disappointing, it's not too bad, so I'll be humble and say it's a light smash that I enjoy from time to time. Next up is Racing Bulls, and oh how the mighty have fallen. Red Bull and Racing Bulls were the first teams to showcase their new livery, so pressure was on. And when the livery was first shown, I loved it. I thought it looked meaner, cleaner, and just better than last year's livery, which was already a good one. And looking at the renders, don't kid yourself, it looks better. But the minute that car hits the track, it's like, ew, where's the rest of you? We have all been catfished, unfortunately, since this car does not look good. I think it's the proportions, you know? The more shorter and narrow cars don't really do this livery justice. This just looks like a smushed together car, like a JPEG resized too small, and it sucks, man. I'm sorry. So despite me saying smash the car on Twitter, I'm now gonna say pass, like an angrily pass. It's borderline offensive to be catfish like this. Moving on to Williams now, and Williams had a very good 2025 season and their livery hardly changed from 2024, so I personally was expecting a new look for this year, but lo and behold, it's the same, but somehow worse. The general colors and design are very similar and basically the same aside from the white, which is a nice addition, but what the fuck is that light blue? Did you see that? I get it. Sponsors want their color shown on the car for whatever reason, but it reaches to a point, no? You would think that it wouldn't be too bad considering it's just blue on a blue car, but no, this is fucking terrible. Imagine if that light blue was white or dark blue. The car becomes infinitely more fuckable, but in this state, I'm good, man. You could keep it. We were really robbed of an approved 2025 car, but whatever. Now we need to get accustomed to it and try not to complain all the damn time. At least the Duracell battery remains. Also, not that this is part of the ranking, but the driver suits for this year are not only the same again, but again, somehow worse. They added way too many sponsors on the suits, and if this sport somehow devolves into sponsor slap suits and cars, I will wind up on a terrorist list. Anyways, pass Williams. I'm sorry, you should get that discoloring checked out. But a team that I think is beautiful and could do zero wrong no matter what they do or what they show are my little Pookie Bears Ferrari. Last year was rough. The only redeeming thing was the livery, which I adored so much. The shade of red used is my favorite shade of red, and the white really complemented the car well. Yes, the HP logo looks bad. It's blue on a red car, yes, but hey man, as far as blue on a red car goes, it's not the worst thing in the world. Anyways, point is, the livery last year was the only good thing, and just in case this year is going to be the same performance wise, hey, at least we're serving. Now, I have seen people on Twitter and Reddit saying, oh, the car looks bad and that the white is bad or the red is bad. Brother, imagine saying the red on the Ferrari looks bad. What are we doing here? The only thing I sort of agree with is that the wing should have been red and white instead of solid black, but even then, that's only a slight agree. The SF26 is a beauty in my eyes, and boy, how do I wish we could win in this car. Everyone who's complaining about the car are just dumb, I'm convinced. And it's even worse when people cite history saying how liveries used to be good, but bro, the livery is literally based on the Ferrari car from 1976. Ferrari also did this last year as well for Monza and everyone loved it, but what? Now that's 2026, everyone hates it? Come on. This is an easy smash and is in my opinion the best livery on the grid. Now for Red Bull, and I have some words to say. When the livery was first shown to us, much like Racing Bulls, we fell in love instantly. It was different, it was bold, it was better. I mean, oh my god, it was different finally. Since 2016, we have seen the same livery, and 10 years later, we have something new finally. It's only a slight change, but look, the white outline, the removal of the red line, the mother freaking blue, it's different and it's gorgeous. Boy, I can't wait to see this car in person. I bet it looks better on track. Oh, wow, it's somehow worse in the past livery. Look, I'll give them brownie points. It's different, I appreciate it, but come on, it's darker than the past livery thanks to the gloss blue, and it will barely be blue for most of the season unless it's night. And come on, man, how have we been catfished again by the same org? I'm so over this damn team, man, so I don't know what you want me to say. This is a pass, another change from my Twitter opinion. Now we have Mercedes, and with a lot of hype and pressure on them for this year, given their constant nagging on how good their car and engine are, they better look the part, and they kind of sort of do. To be honest, chat, I have zero clue still on how to feel regarding the livery, because on one hand, I like it, but then I don't. It's a better Audi in the sense of its different concepts on one car, but doesn't look as messy as theirs. Really, man, I just wish for the team to go back to basics with their livery design. The cars looked better when they were all silver or all black. This hybrid concept they have been doing for 3 years now, it just doesn't work in my opinion. It leaves me craving one full concept instead of this black-silver mashup, and just leaves a sour taste in my mouth. The new livery does feature some new things though, such as the side pod design. I don't know how to feel. It's really angle dependent, since from the side, ew, but from the top, hey, not bad. Overall, I would smash the car, but I still don't know how to feel about it. And finally, McLaren. After such a season last year when they won both titles, do they do a livery remembering their roots? Do they do a livery remembering their legacy? Do they set a new standard with McLaren liveries, or do they refine this new era? Well, the answer is neither. They just did the same shit again. I mean, there's a tad bit more orange on the car, but like, that's just it. Oh well, whatever. I guess I'll smash as it still looks good and probably better on track, but that don't mean I'm satisfied with it. You can be better, I know you can. But those are my smashes and passes on this year's car's liveries. I gotta say, I'm pretty disappointed. I expected more color, more flair, more whimsy, but instead all we got were weird cars doing 2 liveries in one, which never works, or disappointing colors or design that I know could have been so much cooler. Oh well, they can be much worse, so I'll take what I can get. So that was my livery ranking. Remember, all my opinions are objective and you're all lesser than me if you disagree. I don't write the rules. Society has always been like this. Anyways, I want to give a quick shout out to all members of the flock for their continued support, and make sure to join if you want cool benefits as well as just helping me out. Anyways, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and it really helps me out. Make sure to let me know in the comments what your rankings are, and as always, have an amazing day.
Good weather for the duck.